Everybody, I'm quite sure you know by now how incredibly proud we are of our partnership with Her Majesty's Prison Service. We have been teaching members of staff of HMPS for over 20 years. Today, however, I'd like to introduce you to a very new and exciting project that we created in collaboration with the staff and the men of HMP Holme House. This is the 5-star Wellbeing programme. This really began as an educational programme to explain in simple terms the neuroscience of addiction and trauma, along with Chinese medicine theory and with some lived experience and self-help tools. That's evolved into something far greater, and we now have 14 active 5-star wellbeing coaches among the men of HMP Holme House. Very different way of looking at addiction and trauma, and very much more positive than the normal models. We are trying to empower the men and improve their potential as well as their well-being on a daily basis. But rather than me tell you about it, perhaps it would be better for the men to tell you in their own words how it's working.
So the first time I was a prisoner, I was 13. That's like 30 years ago. And out of that 30 years, probably close to 20 years, I've been a prisoner. And I've heard all these slogans and buzzwords over the years, what they try and teach us to repeat. But they neglect the reality of life and the reality of being a prisoner. So this training program is not dumbed down. It's like we learn all the aspects of well-being and all the science of it and the philosophy of it and the thinking behind it. So we get a better understanding of everything, and everybody just feels it on their own level, so they can take away what they want to take away from it, basically. But it goes deep and is insightful at the same time. The last training program, there was 30 plus young lions in a room. We was all learning new stuff, most of them what we'd never heard about before, and everybody was engaged and interested. And that's not easy, in 2-hour sessions, to keep the focus of 30 people, not average people as well, active people.
Hi, my name's David, and I'm a resident here in HMP Holme House, and thankfully enough, and I appreciate it so much, I'm also one of the wellbeing coaches here in Holme House. The wing that I'm actually resident on, we have a lot of guys on there who've had issues, let's say, with substance misuse, addiction issues, but we also have a age range of young guys to older lads and lads who've suffered a lot of trauma in their life. It's made me the man who I am today, if I'm to be totally honest, sat with a number of other things combined. It's made me the person I am today, and I feel really honoured and privileged to be a part of the scheme that's running at HMP Holme House.
Being coach on House Block 1, I've been giving people acupressure over the Christmas time to help them sleep, help them get by. If I get called out, I go and see them on different spurs on the wing.
The difference I believe 5-star wellbeing coaches has made to Holme House is the fact it's empowered the men to make a difference to other men within the prison. Being a veteran of the British Army and a sufferer of post-traumatic stress disorder, it's given me a lot of pride, and it's also helped with my confidence and knowing that I can deal with life struggles where in the past I didn't have any alternatives. I just thought everything was going wrong, where now I've got different breathing techniques. I can use the acupressure. I can turn to other 5-star wellbeing coaches. I can speak to staff who have been involved with the acupressure. And so that the community now within Holme House who are fully aware of the 5-star wellbeing coaches is massive.
Well, as I'm due to be released in the next 6 months, it's that much of a part of my life and something which is I'm so dedicated and committed to and passionate about. When I get released in the summer, I want to take this outside in the community with me and hopefully see if I can get some type of lead, some volunteering, mentor, and hopefully long-term, full-time employment doing this type of thing.
From all my experience in the prison system and mentoring and working with different groups, I've noticed that one of the most hardest to reach groups are the YOs and the young adults, like the under 24s. They don't really engage with any services because maybe they haven't come to a stage in their life, they haven't hit the wall yet where they realise that they've got problems or they've got issues. They still feel like they're like indestructible, but they do actually have a lot of issues, and there's a lot of things building up in them what don't really manifest and come out till later. And by that time, the problem has snowballed into a big issue. I'm the YO mentor, and I support young adults in HMP Holme House, and I have done for a couple of years. And we noticed that they don't really engage with any services. They don't go for any healthcare screening. They don't engage with alcohol or drug services. They just fend for themselves on the wing. And that's all well and good, but after reflecting and talking to them, last year, on the last young adult course what we ran, they took to Sue, and they took to Sue's program really well. It was just like a taste of what we put into the YO course, and they took to it really well. A couple of them even went on to become 5-star mentors, which was a good thing because it was like the first positive step some of them what they've ever made in their lives. Obviously this year now I've just started in January started a new youth upliftment program, and we've fully incorporated, with Sue's help now, we've incorporated her part of her program now into 1 week of that course, and yeah, I'm pretty sure it will be a success.
So we've got a couple of the feedback forms back which were really positive. We're not getting many of the sheets back, the login sheets. So if we can try and make a bit more of a conscious effort to bring them each month when we have this meeting, would make more sense to do it on a monthly basis, because we need to feed back how many people have had that acupressure treatment in the month, every month, so that we can prove what we're doing.
To show that it's progressive.
Yeah, and how many people are engaging in it.
We can try and get some donations for t-shirts.
Or we could possibly
I can even ask the veterans groups and that if there's anyone who we can get like t-shirts from the veterans groups or anything like that.
like outside agencies.
Yeah. Nova, Project Nova, Royal British Legion or something, even if it's got their badge on ours, whatever, just to someone who can help us out, give them a bit of self-promotion as well.
Yeah.
Obviously, as a veterans rep as well myself, I'd be doing both roles, wouldn't I? So it would represent both of them at the same time.
Whenever there's an acupuncture session on, like the last time we did it, there was only 3 lads who got the needles because the other lads were too scared. So that was the first time I'd done more seeds than there was needles getting done. So there's a need there if you combine the two. Because what I do is when they're finished with the acupuncture, I'll still put the seeds in, so when they leave, it stays with them.
I'm Jamie, I'm from House Block 6 on the TC wing. Found the Wellbeing coach very helpful for myself and a lot of other lads on the wing, especially over the Christmas time, January, people who were missing their families, wanted all the acupressure doing, just help them relax, sleep, and get through the day, basically. It's been a good for all of us that have took part in it.
My name's Haroon. I do the newsletter here for the prison, and I've included some articles about wellbeing just to raise the awareness about what we do around the prison.
We're here to talk about this, about the 5-star wellbeing program and what effect it's had and what we think about it. So for me, the main thing that I would say is this is the first program or course, or even the first bit of learning, what I've seen in the prison system, what is teaching us how to improve and better ourselves on our own level, not trying to teach us how to repeat slogans and words and like some type of mantras, like on our own level. We get taught all aspects of the well-being, the philosophy of it, the science behind it, and the practicality and relating to food, sleep, meditation, stillness, thinking, and I think that teaches someone how to learn how to balance up their self and how to level up their self and level up their own vibes, which they don't teach in the other programs and courses, because I've been in and out of jail for 30 years, well, for the past 30 years, so I know. So I just think that something like this, what's empowering people, really empowering people, is the way forward.
We concentrate on what it's really all about, being a human being, why we're made of stardust, how the brain works, how triggers work, how can we help ourselves and each other with fear and anxiety and poor sleep patterns. And we're very, very proud of what the men are doing in HMP Holme House. I hope that other establishments will follow suit and do similar work. Please get in touch if it's something that you're interested in.
Sue's really inspiring, and like, not just her story and her knowledge and that, like, she's a real genuine character as well. She's real, you know what I mean? And like, obviously we feel it. We know when someone's genuine or someone's not genuine. So obviously I just think, like, she should get her props and her respect where it's due. Yeah, and that's it.